What memories of London will the Americans take back with them? Pathe Victoria asked a WAC her impressions.
Yes, I'm certainly going to remember London when I get back.
What do you think will stand out most in your memory?
Well, that's not easy. There are so many things. But there's one side above all that I think I shall never forget. St. Paul's Cathedral standing almost undamaged among the Blitz buildings, or what's left of them. Of course, we Americans had read all about how London could take it, but I, for one, hadn't realized what you'd had to face until I saw for myself. And yet I found you people cheerful through it all. Yes, you've certainly stood up to it, just like St. Paul's itself. What's impressed me most about the cockneys, their cheerfulness and good humor, and their friendliness to strangers. And when I've walked along past the ruin and destruction, I've tried to picture to myself how it all looked in the days before the Blitz, and how it will look again. Often I've gone up the steps into St. Paul's and seen Londoners inside, still finding a bit of peace, as I suppose they've always done. I'll always remember the London bridges, especially Tower Bridge, with the old Thames flowing quietly along beneath. I'd seen the Tower of London in picture books, but I'd never realized how strong and fine it looks. And the Houses of Parliament. I'd been taught in history lessons all about the Mother of Parliaments, but I never knew how wonderful they looked on a clear day, with Big Ben looking down, waiting to strike the hour. I've got a great kick out of watching ships on the river and wondering what parts of the world they've been to. And then there's Piccadilly Circus, with all its sky signs that I hope to see lit up one day. Your London crowds seem to bustle around like they do in New York, and I'll always remember the street hawkers, especially the flower sellers, who always have a wisecrack ready, and all the lovely flowers, bringing a breath of country into the heart of old London. The London bobbies do everything, from seeing kids across the street to telling you the time or the way. And I'll never forget your London parks. Somehow I'd get the idea that London was just a mass of buildings without any open spaces, until I found you could lose yourself among the trees, with no buildings in sight to remind you you were in a town at all. I love to wander by the Serpentine with only a few people inside enjoying themselves in those little boats, and listen to the sound of the water with only a faint rumble of traffic in the distance to remind me I'm in London. Well, that's London as I remember it, and I guess even when they rebuild those damaged buildings, it will always stay the same.